Well, hello and welcome back. On to another concept. I'm going to read some of Carl Jung's quotes on becoming your true self, and please don't misunderstand me. I happen to find most of his quotes to be very enlightening, revealing, and full of wisdom. So here we go, and I may add some of my own takes on his quotes. Man needs difficulties. They are necessary for health. The creation of something new is not accomplished by the intellect, but by the play instinct acting from inner necessity. Your heart knows the way. Run in that direction. And for me, that's where I usually run into a wall. The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. The world will ask you who you are, and if you do not know, the world will tell you. And for me, yeah, that I know, it's never good news. In all chaos, there is a cosmos. In all disorder, a secret order. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. And everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. I totally agree. The greatest tragedy of the family is the unlived life of the parents. In each of us, there is another whom we do not know. The self is made manifest in the opposites. There is no birth of consciousness without pain. That's very true. The dream is the small hidden door in the deepest and most intimate sanctum of the soul. Such a beautiful quote. I enjoyed reading it so much I read it 3 times. Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. And shame is a soul-eating emotion. The first half is devoted to forming a healthy ego. The second half is going inward and letting go of it. The more you try to avoid suffering, the more you suffer because smaller and more insignificant things begin to torture you in proportion to your fear of being hurt. I can relate to this since this could be a challenge for me at times. The most intense conflicts, if overcome, leave behind a sense of security and calm that is not easily disturbed. And this is a complex one for me, I understand it, but it depends on the scale and intensity of the conflict. It all depends on how we look at things and not how things are in themselves. To ask the right question is already half the solution of the problem. And this one is very close to me since I'm not particularly good at asking the right questions. The more intensely the family has stamped its character upon a child, the more it will tend to feel and see its miniature world again in their bigger world of adult life. The best political, social, and spiritual work we can do is to withdraw the projection of our shadow onto others. If you are a gifted person, it doesn't mean that you gain something, it means you have something to give back. Indeed. Loneliness does not come from having no people around, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to oneself. And from an egotistical standpoint, I have to agree. The healthy man does not torture others. Generally, it is the tortured who turn into torturers. In the following quote, I recognize as its finest. Depression is like a woman in black. If she turns up, don't shoo her away. Invite her in. Offer her a seat. Treat her like a guest and listen to what she has to say. And it's a magnificent one. Your visions will become clear only when you look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes. And this ends Carl Jung's quotes. I really enjoy these marvelous insights. Virtue and defect seem to be inseparable. Poems taken as a whole constitute a special kind of museum of a very familiar strangeness located because of the extent of the poet's awareness in the middle of everything which concerns us. There are two basic questions, how to live and what to do. And this coming from the poet Wallace Stevens. And more quotes, this time from Mae West, a very strong, talented actress, singer, comedian, screenwriter, and playwright whose career expanded nearly 7 decades and known for her breezy sexual independence. She broke new ground and featured lighthearted, bawdy double entendres, often delivered in a husky voice. She was very flirtatious but challenging, and yet particular with who she ended up with, and this according to Wikipedia. So here goes. It's better to be looked over than overlooked. I'll try anything once, twice if I like it, three times to make sure. Too much of a good thing can be wonderful. Sex is emotion in motion. It's not the men in my life that counts, it's the life in my men. Keep a diary and someday I'll keep you. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. When I'm good, I'm very good, but when I'm bad, I'm even better. And now that I stated quotes from both Mae West and W.C. Fields, it's difficult to imagine that the both of them did a movie together titled My Little Chickadee. And I heard that it was somewhat of a bloodbath since both of these people were very strong personalities. But it was a great movie. I did see it twice. I am now totally, without doubt, bipolar. It's actually fun and challenging, similar to a roller coaster ride, up and down, all around, as I surmise that quite a few of my brain cells have died. How dare they? And I wish they would stop disintegrating because I need you badly now. I keep hearing people, especially younger women, say amazing. I thought I told everyone not to speak this word anymore. I'm getting really pissed off here. But I am a thoughtful and understanding person, so I'll make amends here. I'll allow one a week for anyone, and for females between the ages of 7 to 21 can say it all they want since it's now embedded into their genes and bloodstream, and they cannot control it. You see, I'm not a bad guy, and I will end here.